welcome to another episode of playonultra podcast. This is episode 169.
Woo! 69 now plus 100. Mm-hmm. Bad joke, sorry.
It's a nice number. It's been a while.
Yes.
It's been a month, basically.
Has it been a whole month?
Yeah, it's
I think
pretty
it
much
has been a month.
I believe so, yeah.
Time has passed since we last spoke.
Yep.
And now we are here. The last day of February. I'm sorry. There's one more day before the last day of February.
This is the weird year. This is the weird
leap year.
I'm technically already on the last day, so.
That's fair. You're in the future.
So yeah, not much things happen actually. Nothing much happened.
Except
there was
for,
the big Animal
Yes,
Crossing exclusive Nintendo Direct thing.
There was.
It actually looks really good.
It looks pretty cool. Full terraforming looks bananas.
Yep.
Yeah. I never played Animal Crossing. I was just never into those kinds of games. But now I'm
I thought you liked Stardew.
I didn't. That actually wasn't my thing.
Okay.
No.
Then
I do seem like the type of
Harvest Moon?
No.
Huh.
I seem like the type of person that would be, but to be honest, like farming simulators are just games where you just kind of simulate like growing things for the sake of it. Actually, like I can get into it, but I need more. And so it's just not really my thing. I probably could get obsessed with it, but I just never did. I don't know. I was much more into the forming relationships and story over making a farm.
I'd say Harvest Moon is definitely farm-based. Stardew Valley is, I'd say, more relationship-based, and then Animal Crossing is very relationship-based.
Yeah, I've thought about Stardew Valley because I have seen how it works. I'm like, oh, okay, I could do that. But I feel like it is also one of those games that, like, I don't know, I feel like I would just get bored with it really quick.
I have New Leaf on the 3DS. I still haven't played it. I might as well just try that one before I get...
Ooh.
If I do consider getting... What's it called? Horizons?
New Horizons, I think.
So. Yeah.
But the terraforming stuff looks really cool. I'll be interested to see like
comes out soon,
the shit that people make
next week or something.
March 20th.
2 weeks. 20th.
Yeah,
end of the month. Okay.
End of the month. Yeah.
Same time as
the same day as Doom. Yeah.
So there's been like crossover fan art. It's pretty cool actually.
Oh, it's so funny. I love the picture of Isabel going to the game store, and they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna play?" She just puts down Doom, just with death in her eyes. That's pretty great.
So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Doom.
Yeah.
The 2016 one was really good.
Yeah.
So what have you guys been doing in the past month?
I've been pretty bad with games, unfortunately, but I did see a couple movies. I saw Birds of Prey, which I do highly recommend, actually, which I know it has not been doing well in the box office, which makes me really sad because it's actually really good. It's what Suicide Squad tried to be and failed. That's basically
about
what you
a
get
box
with
office thing.
Yeah.
They made their budget back in the first week.
Oh, then what? I guess because it hasn't made as much money as superhero movies have? Okay.
Basically, it's like, it's not making $10 billion a day, basically, so it's a failure.
Ugh, whatever.
Yeah.
It is a really good film. I honestly I hadn't actually seen any trailers for it because I actually personally thought it was going to be bad. But then my fiance convinced me to go see it, not opening night, but like the first week, because the reviews, like critical reviews, were pretty positive. It's really good. It definitely is one of those, this was directed by a female, like by a woman. And it's just because it looks so different. With everything. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to describe it unless you see it, but let me just say that like certain scenes, I just know from watching enough movies, it would have been shot differently. Had it been, by a male director. And just the whole style and everything, what the girls are even wearing and stuff, is just so much more, like, it's just so different.
There's Harley Quinn...
Harley Quinn, Black Canary, Huntress. I forget her name, but she's another police officer that works usually under Gordon. He's not in this film, but usually does.
Okay.
she's really awesome. She's like a middle-aged Latino lady, and she kicks ass. And then they also they do have Cassandra Cain, but if you're a huge Cassandra Cain fan, you're going to be disappointed because she's literally they just used the name, unfortunately. Her character is fine. It fits with the film with everybody else's stuff. But they just needed a name, and they chose Cassandra Cain for whatever reason. But it's nothing like her. But otherwise, like, it's definitely more of a reimagining of all those characters. Huntress is not like what you expect, and neither is really Black Canary, but they're awesome. It's all really good. And Margot Robbie really kills it as Harley Quinn. Truly. So if you were kind of like, I could see Margot Robbie do good as Harley Quinn, but it really was weird in Suicide Squad, give her another chance. She really redeems herself. So I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. Nice. So I saw Birds of Prey.
That's why I heard a lot, actually. The Birds of Prey is pretty good.
Yeah, I really recommend it.
The trailer really turned me off, then I heard really good things.
I see. I didn't really see the trailers, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would give it a chance, though. I really would. It's
just really badly edited with like music and crap. But
gotcha.
I bet the movie's not like this, but I'll wait.
Yeah, there is a little bit of fourth wall breaking stuff. As.
I'm thinking of the wrong trailer. I'm thinking of the trailer for the movie where Daniel Radcliffe gets guns nailed to his hands.
Oh, what?
Yep, I saw that one.
Wrong
it's
movie.
A weird. It's a real bad trailer.
He loves acting weird shit.
He really does.
That's his new thing.
It's just whatever. He probably has enough.
Good.
I still haven't watched that one.
That one's good. Don't see like horns. But apparently do see Birds of Prey.
Yeah, do see that one. That one's good. I would definitely recommend it. It is a little different. She does break the fourth wall like twice, but it's not nearly as like much as Deadpool, so I wouldn't say it's obnoxious. I think it's well put together. So I definitely would give it a chance. I'm not going to say it's the best movie right now, but like,
better than Sonic.
I was about to get into Sonic. I was not... See, the problem was that I watched Sonic after everybody told me how good it was, and I kind of was just...
I haven't heard anything about it, actually. I haven't heard good or bad things about it.
Okay.
No one I know has seen it.
Okay. So I've seen it. How do I say this? Let me just put it out there. It's not as good as Detective Pikachu. Flat out.
Okay, that's a pretty high bar, so that's fair, I guess.
It's not a poorly done movie. Like, it's not like a cringy, like, oh my gosh, they tried and they failed. Everything, the choices they made make relative sense. And it's not even, what's hard is, and they even put little hints and stuff like that. Like, one thing that's actually kind of funny is the main bad guy, his name is officially Dr. Robotnik, but Sonic, his whole thing is he makes nicknames for everybody. Like, it's known that he just kind of gives nicknames to the lead characters and stuff like that. And so his nickname to Dr. Robotnik is Eggman because he makes Eggman-like machinery. So they at least made it that was fair, you know. They have a reason for what the rings are for and stuff like that. Their decisions weren't bad. It's just, honestly, I think the main problem is that it was too much of a kids movie for me, which is weird because I usually like kids movies, but the jokes kind of didn't land as well. And Sonic was more annoying than endearing to me, truly.
I did learn that he's supposed to be like, 12 or 13 years old, which is like, oh no.
Probably. And the problem is that the main premise is basically like, they don't explain how he got his powers. They just say that like he has really superpowers and it's too dangerous for him to be where he is originally from. You see the kid, what are they called? I don't know the Sonic very well. The kid something? Guys with like they anyway. There's these creatures that you see in the video games that they actually show in the beginning of the movie, and you're like, oh, they reference those. But anyway, but the problem is that the theme of the movie, he basically comes to Earth to hide. Nobody knows he exists until he's accidentally discovered, essentially. And then he's like on the run from the law. And like he meets with this like good, you know, small town cop who's gonna go to the big city. And then like the whole theme is basically him being like, why are you leaving your hometown where you could protect everybody to go to the big city? And instead of it like, it just comes off as an annoying, whiny kid instead of any good lesson. It's like the lesson's like, oh, he shouldn't go to his big dreams that his wife supports him on. He should stay in the small town so he can be bored forever. Like, it's kind of dumb. So that was kind of
when like the main message you fundamentally disagree with.
It was really the main problem with it, I think. And also, like I said, Sonic was just a little too annoying for my tastes. And I usually am pretty okay with annoying characters, but, like, he was a little too much for me. Jim Carrey's really good. His stuff is all pretty funny. It's very over the top. But his stuff's funny. I think it's worth seeing, but, like, I don't think you have to see it in theaters. I think you could wait. Honestly, they're gonna get a sequel, so we'll see. They made so much money off of this, so it was okay. It didn't hit me like it hit other people, though, for sure.
Okay, I won't prioritize seeing it.
I wouldn't personally, but that's just me. If you really like Sonic,
Mega Man movie. I don't like Sonic. I don't even like the games that much. I mean, I kind of like the lore. Honestly, the lore's the only part I kind of like.
And the lore is
so
what's
weird.
like, and the lore has been completely changed for this. Chaos Emeralds are not mentioned at all. The rings basically are used to transport you to different worlds, essentially. That's all.
Okay.
So, there's definitely going to probably be a sequel. They definitely teased it at the end. Spoiler alert, they're definitely teasing that other Sonic characters are coming. And we'll see from there. Yeah. So, spoiler alert.
there are no other Sonic characters in this movie?
Besides Eggman and Sonic, no. Not in the actual movie. Like I said, there's a hint at the end, and that's about it. So,
got it.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely was not like Detective Pikachu. It did not hit me in the feels the same way. So, I just kind of wanted to watch Detective Pikachu again. To be honest with you. Did I see anything else? Oh, I did finish the first season of Harley Quinn, the TV show. It's really good. I still recommend it if you ever okay, I'll watch DC movies for a week or something. I recommend binging it. It's really easy to binge. It's pretty good.
Animated, right?
Yes, it's animated. It is gory. So if animated gore is weird for you, it's in there. Be careful. Definitely a lot of swearing. But it's good. You know, they kind of outline point A to point B kind of thing. And they definitely have a second season, which is good because it needs a second season. I really enjoyed it. So it's definitely if you guys ever get DC Universe and need something to binge, it's easy to binge. So.
Ooh.
Have I seen anything else of note?
Anybody watch Picard?
My fiance has. I haven't really paid much attention though, because I don't know Next Generation very well. But from my first,
it's starting to get a little bit. I don't know. As the episodes go on, the writing gets weaker. I feel.
Oh, I'm only 3 episodes in. I'm like a few weeks behind.
I'm on the latest episode. What?
I wouldn't
6,
say any of the writing's really blown me away yet. I like the story and the events and stuff. I'm liking the show a lot, but I wouldn't say the writing's great.
So what's the latest episode? 6, right? 6?
I believe 6 is the latest.
So episode 1 is still the best.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's just I don't know, a lot of things are forced, especially the relationships between the characters. Feels like it goes really fast, and those characters that have a backstory, a relationship backstory between two of them, I don't know, there's no chemistry between the characters. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah,
well,
I'm still
What are
watching
your
it. I'm
thoughts,
just
Bo?
probably finishing it.
I guess
What
from
are
the
your
other
thoughts,
stuff I
Bo?
watched. Oh,
Yeah.
I need to see more. I don't know. I like it. I guess I'm curious. It's definitely kind of I guess it's not a full-blown mystery, but there's enough mystery stuff that I'm always that's what's hooking me in the most right now. Just I want explanations for some of these things. Some of them are just deliberate, this is mysterious, and some of them are I think subtle hints, why is Picard acting this way? Oh, maybe he has a disease or stuff like that. That's not doesn't make sense, and then maybe it'll be explained later. But yeah, I watched some Picard. I watched all of a British show called Taskmaster. It's on YouTube.
Oh.
It's like a game show where they have 5 comedians and they make them do kind of random tasks. Like some of them are super subjective, like make the most interesting video that would look good when played in reverse. And some of them are slightly less subjective, like walk 200 meters in the fewest steps. And so like one person just like rolled the whole way, and so he won. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty weird. It's all on YouTube, so it's easy to watch. I didn't realize there were only 3 seasons, so I copped a current like yesterday, and I was very sad that I didn't have any more to watch.
Aw, how many episodes are per season?
Just 5.
Oh wow, okay. Those
Yeah.
British TV shows never air, though, I swear to God. I think about, like,
Yeah.
the Big Fat Quiz of the Year or whatever it's called, and it's once per year. It's like,
I
British
only watch them on
TV just
YouTube. I don't even
different.
know how to watch them easier or differently.
I don't either. That's the only way we can watch it is, I think, through YouTube. I think even...
so.
Yeah, I think that's the only way we have access
We
to
don't
it.
pay the Queen's tax. We can't watch BBC.
I guess. I just find it so funny. British TV just works so differently in America, right? Like in America, you have to constantly get the higher and higher ratings or else you're canned, you know? It's just interesting to me.
Yeah, totally. I watched an old movie called The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, starring like literally a 19-year-old Kurt Russell. And he
Oh
gets
my
like
gosh.
electrocuted by a computer, and then the computer becomes his brain. And it's this great scene where the doctor like looks in his eye, and you just see like a picture of a computer basically. It's like, oh yeah, that's how it works. Like,
Yeah,
it was
definitely. What?
very cheesy. I liked it a lot though.
How old is this film?
It's got to be
When
like
did-
early 80s probably.
Oh my gosh. Gosh, when was Tron?
Ooh. Ron was definitely
88?
I think late 70s.
No, 70.
Late 80s?
78, maybe.
It was
78?
pre-Star Wars. I remember it was pre-Star
What is-
Wars because it was like the first
First
movie
Star
to
Wars was
use computer
1976, I
graphics,
believe.
and it didn't win an award for
1982.
because they thought computer assistants meant you were cheating.
Tron was
No,
1982.
not Tron. I was going to say, not Tron Legacy, Google.
Right.
And Star Wars, the first one was 1977.
Yeah, 1982.
82. Okay, a little later.
Yeah.
Than, about the same. I guess.
I mean, it's within a few years of each other, but yeah. Because it pretty much was the first, I think, to use... not the first, but, use
First
computer
big
graphics.
blockbuster kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah. Fascinating.
thing. Yeah.
Anyway, I was just
Uh,
curious.
It's a good question. I think that's pretty much everything I watched. I went to a live podcast recording of a podcast called The Dollop, which is pretty good. They talk about people and events from usually American history, and they're comedians, so they just riff on it. It's usually pretty good. It was good.
Oh.
I learned that the local, what's it called? We have this really pretentious name for this building. It's called the Palace of Fine Arts. I learned that
no.
originally it was built for a eugenics convention, so that's
Oh.
great.
What wasn't in America?
Nervous laughter.
Nervous laughter. Anyway.
Yeah. In terms of video games, I've pretty much just been playing Monster Hunter World and a little bit of StarCraft, but mostly Monster Hunter. I hit the first credits sequence of Iceborne, so I'm nearing the end of being done with it. Maybe I'll get back to playing and recording real games, but no promises.
No promises. Yeah, I get that.
No promises. I think that's pretty much it for me. Oh! I watched all of the first season of an anime called Girls und Panzer. And so these high school girls,
That
and they
turns into
exist in this.
tanks.
They exist in this world where there's this thing called Senshido, and it's the art of tank fighting. And
Yes.
traditionally,
Of course,
it is
it's
the
the
girls'
art.
art. It is the
I
girls'
know
art.
this.
And so it's just every episode is like girls dealing with regular stuff, and then they engage in like intramural World War II tank fights, and it's really well animated. Like, the CGI for the tanks is really good. The rest of the animation's okay, but it's just really fun.
Why
Oh my
is...
gosh.
Okay, so I searched Girls und Panzer, and the second suggestion is pregnant.
I don't know why that's coming up.
Okay.
There's someone made like a visual
It's very
novel
wholesome.
about this concept, but I have no idea if they're related.
Could
Because
be.
of course they did.
I think there's a second season. I don't know if it's on YouTube or on Netflix. Season 1 is on Netflix. There's also a movie on Netflix called Girls und Panzer der Film, but I haven't watched it yet.
I see.
But I'd recommend it. It's good.
Yeah? You would?
It's not the best anime ever, but I had a lot of fun with it.
It's not a harem. There's no guy. It's just
There's basically no men in the whole film. There's like one
Okay,
kind of
okay.
like minor side character who has like 3 lines in the whole season.
got it. It's not a harem anime. Okay,
Nope, not at all.
gotcha.
I was worried
That's why you could
at first that the main character would be a Shinji because she's super reluctant to become like the tank team captain, but she gets over it pretty fast. There's definitely a couple somewhat fan servicey scenes.
I
but
imagine.
I'd say it's by anime standards, it's pretty good. Like it's very light, relatively.
Gotcha. Sounds kind of like Hyperdimension Neptunia kind of stuff. That one also, there's no
heard of
men.
that.
It's they made a lot of games on it. My ex used to love playing
That's
them.
why I've heard of it.
They made some animes, but basically it's like in a world where game consoles are girls essentially, and the main
I've
character
seen this.
is. Yeah, the main character is a game console that like never existed but was only in development. Neptunia or something.
This reminds me. Did you guys hear? This is a news story. It's like 2 weeks old. That the only still existing Nintendo PlayStation went up for auction.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool story. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Crazy. But
That
yeah,
should be a character. That should be a character.
it might. I don't know. It might be. They keep adding characters. Like the original story, of course, had the Neptunia, whatever she is, with PlayStation and Xbox, and then like they all of a sudden made all the little sisters kind of thing. So like PSP was like the little sister of PlayStation 3 or 4 or whatever, and all this kind of stuff. So they kept like adding, and there was a couple animes.
Do they actually
about it
use the
and stuff.
names of the consoles?
Yes, I want to
don't know.
say.
Huh.
I
thought yes.
forget. It's definitely like obvious in what they look
Yeah.
like. And then there's also the Nintendo Wii, who's like a super, for whatever reason, like a Kuderi character for some reason. But yeah, there's a bunch. Like I said, just look up Hyperdimension Neptunia and you'll find them all. I assure you.
But that
I
one's
hear the
not fan
gameplay's pretty good.
servicey.
It's not as fan servicey as you would think.
Okay.
Like, it's not, at least, I don't know as much about the anime. The video games really weren't. There wasn't, because there's no, like, real true cutscenes. The ones they do have, they don't really do stuff like that. I mean, there's lots of girls with big boobies, and they compare their breast sizes all the time. Xbox, for whatever reason, has the biggest breasts, and the Wii has the smallest, and so they compare that all the
Xbox is
time.
American.
Great.
Yeah, and I think
Yes, I'm
she's
guessing the
blonde,
reason.
too.
Of course.
Yeah, I think she's blonde too.
That reminds me-
PlayStation is the tsundere, so.
Slightly related. Did you hear that basically Mac told, was it Pixar, that they weren't allowed to have villains using iPhones?
What?
They told somebody. I thought it was Pixar. Maybe it's just all of Hollywood. Like, we don't want our bad guy. We don't stop making movies where bad guys use our product. Basically, was the message. It's like, you should go fuck yourself. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, right? What? Oh my gosh. That's so stupid.
it's pretty silly.
What if it's a cool bad guy that everybody wants to
Yeah,
be?
right?
Like Lex
Like,
Luthor.
what if it was the Doc Ock from Into the Spider-Verse?
Or Doc Ock. Are you going to tell me that they're like Lex Luthor's not going to use an iPhone? Like, are you kidding me? Actually, he probably wouldn't. He'd probably use Android, but that's a different story.
I didn't even know that, like, these guys, maybe it wasn't Pixar, maybe it was real life things. So I feel like if it's animated, you're not going to have them use a real product anyway. It's going to be like
Right.
the evil phone or whatever.
It's unless it's something like Ralph Destroys the Internet or something like that. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. Unless
Talking
it's-
about corporations being stupid, I just learned about this
Okay.
this morning. Firewatch. One of the scenes, like when you enter a cave, there's like this 3-second little thing of somebody singing really badly Toto's Africa.
Okay, yeah, I
Huh.
remember that vaguely.
Yeah, so it's like 3
Weird.
seconds, a 7-word lyric kind of section. And
a
yeah,
cappella.
they were threatened with a suit for that.
Great.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if he
So
even has the rights to that song. It's probably not Toto.
it's the people that reached out to the developers were like the records company and mentioned who
right,
owns whatever, and they said either remove it or pay 20K. So they decided to remove it and still had to pay like 5K. So yeah,
Gosh.
this was 4 years ago. Yeah.
Music
And they're small
industry-
indie developers, so
Don't
even
try to be
5K is
creative.
pretty a lot.
Yeah.
Totally.
The music industry can be so predatory, and
And
the
they didn't
worst
use
part is,
the actual recording; they just sang.
yeah,
Right.
just saying it, yeah.
And it's
that's
3 seconds, which
technically-
I believe is free use. I think 3 seconds or something.
it's
don't
tech.
know.
Well, I think technically,
I
I
don't know.
think it is fair use.
The problem
in
is they
general.
didn't have the money to like fight in court. So.
Even fight
Right,
it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the problem is that the music industry has just been pretty much breaking all the rules of fair use these days. They really there's just it's terrible, really. And the
Our
thing that
court
makes me so
system just rewards you if you have more money. If you have more money, you're right, basically.
pretty much, even if it's yeah. And I think what's really annoying too is just that the music industry, it's the producers too, the people who like own the songs, don't usually see that money. It's just the producers, because Toto's not getting money anymore. It's their
think so.
producers. Yeah, that I know of. And so it's
Wasn't
really
there something
tough.
about Taylor Swift not being able to perform her own songs or something?
Yeah, that was a whole other thing. Yeah, basically, she was part of a record company, and she had, I think, broken away and started a contract with a new record company. But the problem was that her old record place got bought by basically somebody who already, they were already in a bad relationship. And so he just basically purposely made it hard for her to have ownership of her old songs. And they basically
So,
had a deal.
I don't have sympathy for
For Taylor Swift,
mega
but-
rich white women, but
Yeah,
I do
but-
think especially Taylor
No, for
Swift.
sure.
So,
The
but,
system
yeah,
is
yeah.
flawed.
but definitely
Yeah,
she
for
is
sure.
in. I support her, like the concept of what she's trying to do.
Yes. No, I would 100% agree. I listen to her music, but I completely agree. I'm like, I don't really have that much...
dislike her because she's making music that I don't like. It's just, I can't feel sympathy for a mega rich
rich
white
white
woman.
girl.
1%.
Like, what am I supposed
Yeah.
to?
Oh, yeah. She
Like-
absolutely is. There's no question. But in that scenario too, the deal they were trying to get Taylor to agree to was they basically said, okay, every new song you make for us, we will release one of your old songs back, which is the craziest deal I've ever heard. She obviously didn't take it.
Just
It was a
make
big deal
some really
because
bad songs.
yeah, well, she obviously didn't take it. She basically had
Yeah.
to get permission to sing one of those songs for when she was doing the award show or whatever, the big show she was doing. And now at this point, I think her plan is basically giving up on the old songs, and she talked about maybe re-recording them essentially. But the old songs she's just like whatever. But yeah, no, music industry is ridiculous. And all those things. Dude, anytime you have a song of theirs in the background of anything, they want to take it down. When I was playing Life is Strange, when I was live streaming it and I posted on YouTube, I got hit with one of the songs in the game as a copyright section. And I was like, oh, what? They get
happening
really
a lot.
weird on that stuff. Yeah, it's so frustrating. I feel bad for people who make their living off of covers. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. Some of
There
them
is
sell the fucking music too.
Yeah. I think YouTube has their own, basically if you join YouTube and you're going to be someone who does covers, YouTube basically wants to know, because I think actually YouTube is trying to be a little bit better about protecting artists. I don't think they do a good job, but they do have a special, okay, if this is what you're gonna do, here's what you need to know and everything like that. There's extra agreements you
It's
have to
crazy
do and
that-
stuff like that.
It's crazy that there's so many artists selling covers, selling the music, straight up
Yeah.
on iTunes and Bandcamp and shit.
I don't know
And
how they
then
get away
a
with
3-second clip on Firewatch
gets scammed. I know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those people do have to pay royalties. And the reason I know this is because, I don't know if you guys heard about this situation. I literally only knew about this because it came up as a suggested video and I was curious and I clicked on it. So there's this group that does covers, and they did a cover of Billie Eilish's Bad Guy song. This pretty cool actually rock cover I listened to. It's kind of like a screamo metal cover. It was really nice. Anyway, Australia's Masked Singer, that show that's really popular right now? So Masked Singer, if you don't know, is basically a new reality TV show where a famous person or singer has a big stupid animal mask on,
all right.
and then they sing and everyone's got to guess who it is. Okay.
Wait, Australia?
Australia has its own show of it, apparently, but it's
okay.
all over.
Okay.
It's all over. It started in the United States, of course, because we
It's
have
like
the
one
best
of those
ideas.
American Idol X Factor thing that's just going.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I just know it was in Australia because they mentioned that. So I guess apparently somebody in the Australian Masked Singer they took the arrangement from this cover group. It was very specific, and they actually did a video breaking down, like, this is our cover, and it's not even just that they are taking Billie Eilish's music. Like, there were sections in their cover that were unique, like different chord structures and melodies that they did that were unique, and they literally stole it into the show. Like, you can hear it as they do the breakdown and stuff like that. I think it's a different key signature, but that's it. Like, they practically copied it. And so they, and during this video, they're explaining that, we do pay royalties to Billie Eilish to be able to do a cover of this song and to be able to, I don't even know if they sell their music, but I think they do. And so they were trying to raise money to sue. I know they raised enough money because their video got a bunch of views, but I haven't seen what happened with the court case on that because it costs so much money to sue for something like that, even though they're in the right. It's really, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm guessing the channel is American.
I think it's British, actually.
Oh, this is gonna be difficult to do.
Recently, I can't remember what it's called. It's like some programming lawyer type guy. They generated like 6 terabytes worth of melodies in MIDI, and they uploaded it all to YouTube, so that he can say it's like copyrighted. Because I guess there was some other like similar case with like Taylor Swift or somebody who used like a segment of a song in their video, and they lost their case because the court said that the original video had like 3 million views, so there's no way she couldn't have seen it. Was their logic, which doesn't make sense to me. But the idea is if this 6 million thing video can get enough views, and theoretically they can copyright statistically like every melody. Like they didn't literally do like every single duration of note, but like it's a lot of melodies could fill 6 terabytes in a MIDI format.
Music, like, copyright is really, because I studied music in college a little bit, and I used to kind of play around with making my own music. And the thing about music is kind of almost, the thing is that most pop songs have the exact same chord structures.
The 4 chord structure, right?
The 4 basic chord structures, or 3, honestly. They can't, that's that. So you can't really copyright that. Key signatures, that's basically just, what's the point of copying key
they
signatures?
didn't variate on keys, I don't think.
And then, like, I know originally the law about copying music was like the first 7 notes couldn't be the same. Like, if the first 3, first up to 6 were the same, that was okay, of like a melody. But I thought the magic number was 7. I could be wrong about that, though, because, again, these days it's just it's so up in the air. And the thing is about music is I love music, and you can get creative with music, but there is something to be said that there's only so many kinds of notes and melodies that sound good together. Truly. There's only so much you can do. I'm not saying that,
I'm
like... I'm
not sure how different it can be without still being considered the same, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because you could play once on piano, once on guitar, same song, but like it sounds different.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Or even simpler than that, if you have the MIDI files, you just change the instruments on the MIDI file, and all of a sudden,
pitch it up
like,
once, or also that.
Yeah, all that stuff. I think about the tempo, faster, slower. Like, there's just only so much you can really do. Like, where's the copyright begin and where does it end? I don't know. I think copyright music in general is kind of, we're getting to a point where we really can't. I'm reminded of, I don't listen to country music at all, really. And it is true that the market for country music is very strange. But there was, a few years ago, there was a very famous country music reviewer, loves country music. And he noticed one year, he was like, a lot of country music I listen to, like, sound very similar to each other. And there was this, infamously, he put, like, 7 country songs together and just showed how so much of it was the same. Like, the way that the guitar was playing, some of the interludes were exactly the same kind of melodies. It was really creepy. I'll have to find the video, but it was really creepy. So little difference. But yeah, music is weird.
Yeah, if you ever want to look up something funny, there's this band called the Axis of Awesome, and they have a song called the 4-chord song, where they just play the same four
Yes.
chords and then sing the lyrics to all the different songs that use those chords.
Yep.
I'm
In
pretty
case
sure-
you're wondering what they
I
are,
remember-
it's the
I remember
Hallelujah
that.
song.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah song pretty much outlines the chords. Anyway.
What did you play for?
I think that was it. Oh, no, I did play The Woods, which is a
Woods?
sandboxy game where you play as
Huh.
an airplane crash survivor on an island full of cannibals. And you're trying to get back your boy, because your boy gets taken away by cannibals. And so you keep fighting like, oh, here's his toy. Here's the head of his toy. I gotta. I'm on
Is
the right
it
track.
linear walking simulator or
No, it's
open
open
world sandbox?
Open world sandbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
have to
it's a lot
defend
more
your-
combat oriented, like with booby traps, and it's all about. There's always Macaulay Culkin-esque like booby traps you can make around your base, and at night the cannibals come out, and then also you
Is
take a
it
choice.
Into
like,
the
do you
Woods?
eat the cannon? Let me look. It's probably, I might be Into the Woods. I thought Into the Woods was that musical.
It is a musical.
I think
It
this
is?
game's just called The Woods,
Oh.
or maybe just even
Woods.
Woods.
To go. I had to do that musical a couple times. Into the Woods.
It's a good one. Yeah,
Yes, it is a good musical.
I didn't have Steam up because I rebooted my computer, so it's still rebooting. Anyway, but it's interesting. There's some fun stuff to make. I don't know if I'm gonna play it a ton more. I didn't beat it. It's okay. I did become a cannibal because I'm lazy and didn't want to deal with finding food the normal way, so I just eat the cannibals that attacked me because turnabout is fair play.
Yep.
My goodness.
Oh, Black Desert Online Remastered. It's free for a limited time only.
It is, yes. But
Worth picking up.
I remember some people were talking about it, and they pretty much said play it like a single player RPG until you hit level
Yes.
50. And when level 50, when you reach level 50, PvP is turned on automatically, and there
Oh, I
are
didn't
people
know
who camp your
Harass the crap out of you.
corpse. Yeah,
Oh.
they want to
think
force you
I-
out of the game. That's
I must not have hit 50 then. I thought I hit 50. I played the game for a while, but I guess not long enough. I don't know that I actually really want to play it again. It was kind of cool. It's a little weird. I thought I already had this game. Maybe I don't. I'll add it to my account again. No, I
You
do-
might-
I do
you might
already
have
own
it-
this game. I just don't own it on Steam.
yeah.
I think that's it for me playing games. Monster Hunter World's been good. I'm still not 100% done with it, so I will play it a little more. But that's it. Oh, I really want to play. I didn't pick it up. It was on sale. I was so close to picking it up, but I ended up not. I really want to play Obra Dinn, The Hunt for the Obra Dinn. I'm listening to the soundtrack. It's just so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, what'd you do, Char?
It's just one of those that I feel like I gotta play. Oberdin.
Yeah.
I played quite a few things, but before
Oh, la-di-da.
games, the only thing I watched was The Good Place.
Oh, I haven't
okay.
watched season 4 yet.
Yeah, I finished it. It's so fucking good.
I've heard it's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah, the ending was really good. Yeah,
Heard really good things.
I like the the ending was like, bittersweet.
Yeah, one of my friends said it made him cry.
Yeah,
Oh no.
emotional.
I know, it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm up for that.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best shows I've seen ever. Super good. Games I played. So I subscribed to Origin Premiere for a month.
Oh.
Yeah, and I subscribed to the Premiere version simply to play Star Wars Fallen Order, the Jedi,
Right,
Star Wars the
Remember
Jedi,
that now.
Order of the Fallen, whatever the fuck.
I don't know. The new Star Wars game.
Yeah, the new Star
Yeah.
Wars game where you use lightsabers and stuff, and there's Darth Vader because he sells
The
shit.
Force.
Because he sells things.
Yep.
That's true.
I do not see what people see in it.
Oh really?
Actually,
You didn't
Yeah.
like it?
You're the only person I know who's played it. Is it supposed to be like a really
I never
good
finished
game?
it.
It sold 8
but-
million, and everybody like, whoa. And to be honest, I think the only reason everybody went crazy for it is because it's a single player Star Wars game.
I mean, that's fair.
It's not horrible. It's just way too hyped up. It's not as good as people say it is. And just because
That's
it's a
fair.
Star Wars single player game that we haven't gotten one in such a long time it was hyped up way too much. Like, I just kind of got bored of it after like 15 hours. It's solid. Like, gameplay is pretty okay. Exploration is pretty nice. Getting new skills to explore previous places is also pretty nice. But I didn't really care much about anything in the game. Any of the characters, I didn't give a shit.
Before I forget, the game's not the woods, it's the forest.
Oh, so not any woods at all.
Nope, no wood.
Gotcha.
It's just a forest.
Just a stinky forest.
Yeah, so if you're gonna wanna play Star Wars Fallen Order and you have a PC that can play it, I would definitely recommend at least just subscribing 1 month to the premiere and not buy
But
it
you
at all.
still liked it. You still thought it was a good game. Just overhyped.
For what I paid for the premiere, yeah. Sure.
How long was the game time-wise?
25 to 30 hours, I would say.
Okay, it's good.
Roughly, yeah. So for what I paid, and because buying it even at 50% off would be more than what I paid for a premiere subscription. So, but I also played Vampire on the subscription.
Ooh.
Oh.
It wasn't a great game. It was very janky in the combat and the actual gameplay because it's by the Life is Strange people. It's by
I forgot that detail.
Don't Nod?
Yeah, Don't Nod. And they made like Remember Me, right? Which was a pretty cool game, but there was the jankiness in
That was
Remember
pretty
Me.
good.
Yeah.
It's cool, it's just kind of janky.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Controls are a little janky, but cool concept.
Cool concept. You play a vampire doctor. You can make decisions that will get you different endings. I got like the second worst ending or something because I didn't really give a shit. I didn't care.
Yeah.
To get like the best ending, you can't suck the blood of anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but sucking blood actually will grant you a lot of XP. So
Gotcha.
The game was kind of
Fuck all
janky,
the
but
blood.
overall the story was pretty cool. Overall the story was pretty good. I like vampires.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like what
Werewolves are
early
better,
early 1900s England, like that kind of period. I like that.
Yeah, that's the best.
So
Yeah,
overall,
makes sense.
it was solid. The stories were good. I like So what they did was like each district had a bunch of NPCs, but all the NPCs are like named and they all had their own backstories and stuff. So it kind of felt quite alive in that sense. Yeah, so you can actually find out history about all the people, and they all had their own personalities and all their own just trying to survive at that time kind of
That's
thing.
pretty cool. That
Yeah.
kind of sounds like if Dark Souls was a bit more narrative-based, like explicit narrative-based.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, Vampire is better than Star Wars. At least I got my money's worth. And then
Fair enough.
I played Plague Tale Innocence.
Mm-hmm.
On the same
Don't know that game.
subscription. It's by another European company.
Yeah. I don't know what it's
It's
called.
the one with the rats. Lots and lots of rats.
It's a stealth game that's set in France.
Medieval time.
And you play as a girl and her little brother.
Yeah,
and it's
she's
a
like
stealth-based game.
15 or something, and the
Yeah.
brother's like 6 or 7 or something.
Yeah, I started playing it. I just haven't finished it because I was live streaming it through
And
the
it's-
podcast I do.
And it was on a lot of people's 2019's best game of the year. And if I played
Yeah.
it last year, it would have been on my list as well.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yep. It's stealth, and the stealth sections, which is most of the game, is very puzzle based. Like, so you have
Yeah.
different skills and different items you can use. And also the boss fights are really good in a puzzle way because you're not like a big hulking knight or anything. So you gotta, do things so that other things happen so that you get to.
Yeah.
My favorite boss fight is with there's this knight, and you gotta take out the flames and you gotta hide, and the boss fights were really well designed. But it gets really fucking hard.
Yeah, I know, because I
there's
went
just
to the first 4.
Yep, there's just
yeah,
a little
I'm worried
slow,
to play it.
and then about 60% into the game, it just fucking shoots up, and I'm like,
Ugh.
But the game also does a really good job in introducing new mechanics pretty close to the end of the game too, and incorporating it into the entire gameplay. and it just feels really good. But eventually, once you unlock like all the things you can do with the items and your skills, it becomes like, so I have this section of the self section, and there are these guards. So do I take them out? Do I do this? You have so many options that when you had so little options, you knew what you had to do exactly. But then when it came to that, it wasn't clear that if I had the choice to do it multiple ways, or I have only one way to do it, and I might be choosing it wrong. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's more of the second one. It's more of the having multiple ways to do it.
Yeah.
Because they also made it feel like resources are scarce when it's not really. Especially on the difficulty I played.
Yeah, because that's where I'm kind of coming across, because I basically got to the first true challenge, and I was having a hard time with that, because it wasn't nearly as simple, because it's pretty linear in the beginning, and then it's not. And I was like, wait, hold on, where do I go? And that's where I'm stuck at right now, but I've been live streaming it, so I haven't gotten back into it, but I hope to.
It's really good. It's so good. I mean, I know for like stealth games too, so honestly play it. It's like 15 hours.
Add it to my wish list.
It's like 10, 12 hours, 15. And it's definitely the best game I got from the Origin Premier subscription. It's not even close. It's the best.
There's a Square Enix sale going on. Nier Automata's on sale if you want to pick that. I know you already played it.
Didn't you play that already?
I did.
Oh.
I'm the only one who hasn't.
I might pick up Anne. That one was kind of cool. Forgotten Anne. It's just a completely hand-drawn...
yeah, that one looks beautiful.
Click platformer.
It's part of their indie collective.
So I don't know if I care.
It's part of their indie collective. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of platformer it is. Is it a limbo style, like mostly narrative platformer? Yeah, but the art definitely looks super cool.
It's only $8 right now, so I might pick it up.
But yeah, pick up like Tale Innocence. Honestly, just get whatever subscription you guys can get and play Star Wars and play Tale, basically. Like, because I know like Xbox Game Pass also has Plague Tale.
So long.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Xbox Game Pass doesn't have Star Wars. So yeah. And I don't really have access to Xbox Game Pass over here unless I use a VPN, but I don't want to risk it, so fuck it.
Yeah, understood.
But yeah, that is the best game I've played in the past month and a half or whatever we haven't recorded.
Sounds good.
After that, I finished Wolfenstein 2.
Wow.
Some good Nazi killing fun. And I also finished Devil May Cry 5.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, just a lot of... Yeah. Devil May Cry 5 gets real good. Like, I don't know, the first 5 hours, I was just kind of like, I feel like I have to finish it because it's a Devil May Cry game. But after that, it kind of gets real good. Like, once you really understand how the characters work and how to do the combos, and especially when you get to unlock Dante. Dante's the best. Also the hardest to do combos. Yeah. Wolfenstein 2 was pretty cool. That one was like 5 to 7 hours. I just finished it and just dropped it. Didn't really care about it anymore. But yeah, that's about it. That was a long list though. That was a...
Yeah.
It's a lot. And those aren't
busy.
all short games too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy.
Busy.
Apart from that, I'm just continuing like watching Deep Space Nine. I'm into season 4. That's about it, I think. Don't think I watched anything else.
Movies?
Nah, I want to watch Jojo Rabbit though. You guys watched Jojo Rabbit already?
Yeah, I did. It was great.
Okay, that's good. Does it have the Taika Waititi flair?
It does.
Great. I'll
Sam
probably watch it
Rockwell's
today.
probably my favorite character in it.
Okay. Does it have the fat kid from Deadpool?
I don't think he's in it. There is a fat kid.
Oh, okay.
But not,
But I like
Don't know if
the
it's
one
that
from Deadpool.
yeah, he's been in other Taika movies, so it makes sense to be in this one.
So yeah. News time?
I guess he wouldn't fit into Nazi Germany.
Guess so, yeah.
Sure.
It's true. News time. not much. The Wonderful 101 got a Kickstarter a while back, 24 days ago. So basically, what it is they pretty much finished the port because it's a Wii U game, so they finished port to the Switch, and then they released the Kickstarter to fund their publishing because it's self-published, it's not published by Nintendo or anything. So
I might do that.
there's a few days left. At the time of this recording, there's a few days left, and they've pretty much announced releases for Steam, Switch, and the PS4. Yeah, pretty much. But I believe the Switch one is coming first.
Sounds like I don't need to back anything. It'll just happen. And then I can buy it.
But the physical edition might be limited.
That's true. I don't need that.
I kind of want that.
It would be cool, but I don't. I do kind of want it, but I don't. I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need it, but I kind of want it. It's $45 with shipping to.
I just don't have space.
I have a few days to think about it.
Like a trophy room where I can just put things. Then I'd probably just do it.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Wonderful 101. It's a game that I've always wanted to play. I never had a Wii U. So.
Yeah. I watched a Let's Play of it back when it came out because I really wanted to play it and couldn't.
Yeah, and I like Platinum games.
It was Platinum.
Apart from that, not much else. Warcraft 3 Reforged was a shitty release. So
that was a bad release.
So they were like hesitant to give refunds, but now everybody is able to get refunds no matter how long you've played.
Oh, good.
Yeah. At first they were like only refunds for like 24 hours, 72 hours, something like that. Whatever it was. But because it was so bad. And it also affected the original release. So if you had Warcraft 3, the original.
That was the big thing for me.
Which I do. I fucking do.
Jeez.
So, what happened was, if I remember correctly, they released another launcher for the new Warcraft 3. And they forced the old game onto the new launcher as well. And it broke, I think it broke matchmaking. As well as forced the old... And also forced the owners of the old game to download like resolution and texture patches that were pretty big, but you can't use it because the old game, the patches are for the new game. So like,
oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's crazy.
So I didn't even buy the new game, and it fucked up my old copy. Like what the fuck?
Oh, that sucks.
There's a workaround, but I shouldn't be needing to do a workaround for a game I own.
Right. Yeah, seriously. That whole thing was so ridiculous. I just don't understand how they could screw up
Blizzard
that badly.
is so fucking annoying. Fucking Blizzard. Apart from that, GDC has been postponed.
Yes, GDC has been postponed. Lots
because
of things.
The virus?
Yep.
Because
lots of things
literally everybody decided not to go, so GDC like shit. Let's postpone.
And they're giving refunds to everybody.
Yep. So all the big people, Ubisoft, Epic Games, Amazon, anybody who's anybody in the gaming industry, even like journalists like Jason Schreier they were all not going.
Yeah, they were all not gonna come. Overwatch League has canceled both their Chinese and South Korean games for esports. Right now, we're kind of worried that Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics might be canceled because of it.
Oh, wow.
And then my favorite random thing, Plague Inc. is currently not downloadable in China. They basically said it was illegal.
I saw that.
Yeah, so good China. Your censorship is showing.
Really picking your battles well there.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, coronavirus is alive and well, I guess.
Yeah. Malaysia actually has like really good PSAs and like all the things in place. Like we were doing it better than Japan. Japan were like, and Japan is like, first world, like, people, Japanese people on Twitter were sharing the shit Malaysian government made.
Haha.
And everybody like, why the fuck is our government not doing anything? So yeah, because they were so close to, they're so close to fucking China, man. They're so fucking close.
Yeah.
So yeah, also something I learned about GDC. They are owned by a big company called Informa, who makes a lot of money. And GDC, most people that they invite to talk don't get paid at all.
Hmm.
Not even paying for their flight and hotel.
Jeez.
And Informa made revenues in 2018. 2.3 billion
That's crazy.
pounds. 2.3 billion pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your GDC, you stupid fuck.
Eat the rich. Okay.
So, and the people who tend to get paid, even though it's not enough, tend to be white.
Of course. Well, yeah. I mean, that's
And
that's what that
one
said.
lady was like, she was getting paid 1,000, and she says she couldn't even pay. It's not enough to get her flight and hotel because it's in San Francisco or something, right? It's like a really expensive city,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's expensive. Yeah.
So yeah, that's something I learned about GDC before this whole thing, because they were inviting the people, the talkers.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
The speakers.
Speakers. Talkers, speakers, same thing.
The talkers.
The talkers. Me no English.
I love it. It's okay.
Because they were inviting them like a couple months before the thing, so they were like, "We ain't paying you. Fuck you."
All right. Thanks, I guess.
Yeah, that's something about GDC. Fuck you, GDC. Great. Fuck you, and so I do not give a shit that it got postponed and everybody's not wanting to go.
Fair enough. They, I think, are paying people's tickets back at least.
Yeah, tickets and like hotel.
Yeah. So
yeah.
hopefully they'll lose some money.
I doubt it.
Yeah, $1 billion is still $1 billion. Anyway.
So yeah, apart from that, not much else, honestly.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else. That was all I had.
It's not much. I think early in the year is like it's really.
Yeah.
So
should we do the thing?
We should do the thing.
All right, this is Sarahscopic, SARHSCOPIC. I'm mostly on Twitter these days, but you also can catch me on another show and Twitch channel, RNG and T. Come and say hi.
And I'm Foehamner. Can't really be found anywhere right now, but I'll let you know if that changes.
And I'm Pupunoob, PUPNOB, you know where. This has been episode 169 of the playonultra podcast. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.